Parashat Ki Tetzeh, we had a lot of mitzvot. The Divrei Torah today should be for refuah shlema, for someone that I have in mind. I'll keep him anonymous for now, but we learned from Moshe Rabbeinu when he prayed for his sister Miriam, he said, Ilna nefana la. So you don't have to say the name really. So Ilna nefana lo. For someone I know that needs a refuah shlema, we'll keep it anonymous. Parashat Ki Tetzeh, one of the mitzvot we have is a lot of mitzvot. We have mezuzah also. Someone came to my house and he made a comment that my mezuzah is so high on my door. He was laughing. He's like, "How high is your mezuzah? It's too high. Nobody can reach it." I said, "What do you want me to do? This is the halakha." He said, "But the kids can't reach the mezuzah." I said, "So what?" So I want to just talk about this for a second, in case other people don't know the halakha. We'll go to the halakha also. And so the halakha here is Rambam says, "Hechan kov'in et mezuzah." Where do you put the mezuzah? Betoch halal shepetach, you put it in the opening of the door. Betefach hasamuch lechutz, on the tefach that's facing the outside. We don't have very wide doors, so we don't have wide. What's the word for the doorways? So it's always going to be a tefach that's close to the outside. Betehilat shelish ha'iliyon shel gova, in the top, in the beginning of the top third of the distance of the height of the doorway, which means in English, the mezuzah should not be more than 1/3 down of the door. It's the easiest way I can say this in English. Mezuzah should be, if you measure the door from top to bottom, the top third, the mezuzah should not be below that top third, says the Rambam. If you made it even higher than the top third, you want to go even higher, it's fine. But you have to at least put it one tefah from the top. It can't be all the way to the tippy top of the door. One tefach away, below that is kosher. But if it goes below the 1/3 of the top of the height of the door, the mezuzah is not kosher. So I want to measure these doors here because honestly, these doors, they don't look too good to me. I'll be honest with you. There's a mezuzah. I'm not sure that's 1/3. I'm not very good. My wife says I'm not a good estimator with my measuring. That's not my strength. I rather read books. But this does not look like it's 1/3. So, UV, you bring in your measuring. You got to be in the top third. So listen to the halakha from Hacham Ovadia. I'm going to read the halakha right now. Yeah. So listen to the halakha. Hacham Ovadia Yosef Yaakov. It's not a hayuv, but people are going to see the halakha from here. So let's see. So Hacham Ovadia says in Halichot Olam, Makom kiviyat mezuzah betichilat shelish ha'aliyon milamata lemala. The place of the mezuzah should be in the top third of the height of the door. V'im hinicha lemata mishlish ha'aliyon. If it's below the top third of the door, afilu rak helek mimina. Even only a portion is sticking below the top third. Pisula, it's pasul. V'terich la'asira v'lahazor ulkobaa betichilat shelish ha'aliyon. You have to take it down and put it back up on the top third. There's a Tosafot that says, this, where does this halakha come from? The Gemara Menachot, is interesting. The Gemara Menachot says, how do you know it should be on the top part of the door, not the bottom part of the door? Gemara Menachot says, well, it says uchtavtam ukshatam. When we say Shema Israel, it says uchtavtam mezuzah and ukshatam tefillin. It's the same, like a hekesh right next to each other. Simuchot. So just like the tefillin has to be on the top part of your arm, so too the mezuzah has to be on the top part of the door. You can't be a tefillin on the elbow. So if you can't put the tefillin on the elbow, you can't put the mezuzah on the bottom. It's the same halakha. The Tosafot writes, if you have an extremely high door, then just put it at shoulder length of the person coming in, vidayo. However, halakha does not follow Tosafot. Halakha does not follow Tosafot. If you have a 3-meter door, like Yerushalayim says, it does not matter how tall the door is. It must be in the top third of the door. Says Hacham Ovadia. Says Hacham Ovadia. If the door is extremely tall, some say, this is Tosafot, that it should be between your shoulders. And others say, it always needs to be in the top third of the door. And this is the halakha, says Hacham Ovadia. Lo yuchal letet yado aleha b'chnisato o b'yetziato. If I have such a high door, and I put it so high, no one's going to be able to touch the mezuzah when they come in and out. It doesn't matter. It's more important we do the halacha than we are able to reach the mezuzah and kiss the mezuzah. All right, Yuvi, what's the verdict? Is it good? This is not my strength. This is not in my. Well, let's see. He has the tape measure. Now, says Acham Vadia, listen to this. See, someone here is good at math. This is not my thing. Not my thing. Yeah, his business, all his life. What's the verdict? It's too. So there's the halakha. If it's sticking below the third of the door, do you have to take it down or do you leave it up? So let's see the halakha. Says the Chavadia. Even though we said that it should be on the top third of the door, if you put it even higher, it's kosher. It can go very high. It's no problem. Wait, we're gonna do it right now. If you put it so high that it's all the way to the top, it's one tefach from the top, it's already extremely high, then I gotta take it down and put it properly. Now, says Hachamadia, if you put it in the top third, if you want to the mezuzah and put it in the proper space, the question is, I put it too high. So Rabotai, we're following here or we're still measuring? The mezuzah, Rabbi Isai, Habirim, Tishma, Hacham Yuval, the bottom, but is it the plastic or is it the scroll? Maybe it's just the plastic. The bottom of the mezuzah should be on the bottom of the third of the door. If the scroll is exactly, the scroll should be exactly 1/3 from the bottom. Are all the doors the same? Meir, Yaakov says that door is different. Where's the same doors? This one's kosher if the klaf. So guys, the best mitzvah is if the bottom of the klaf is exactly on the third bottom. It's the best mitzvah, which is exactly this door. So someone that put this up knew what he was doing. If you put it higher, there we go. It doesn't look right, but it really is. If you put it higher, and you want to make it like the best mitzvah, the question is, I didn't know the halakha that the mezuzah should be on the bottom of the top third. I put it really, really high, like let's say 5 inches higher. Do I have to take it down and put it back to like this? The Ben Ish Hai says yes. The Ben Ish Hai says yes. If you didn't put it like this, if you put it higher, you have to take it down and move it like this. Even if you put it down, you have to take it down, says the Ben Ish Hai. No bracha. Hacham Vadia says, leave it. Because taking down as a tirha, it has the same din as a b'di'avad. Hacham Vadia holds. It's a pain in the neck. The Ben Ish Hai says, he writes in Parashat Nisavim, Okitavo, he says, it's not a pain in the neck, take it down. Pain in the neck doesn't matter. Hacham Vadia says, pain in the neck is like b'di'avad. And so you have to do it. You measure from the bottom to the top of the doorway, not the ceiling. And then you measure to the wall, to the ceiling. You measure from the bottom to the top, and then you split it in 3, and the bottom of the mezuzah should be on right by the top third. That's just exactly like this one is. Exactly. Now, another thing. You measure the door, measure the top to bottom, you split it by 3, divide it by 3. The top third is where the mezuzah should be. The top third. Even if people say it looks funny, it doesn't matter what people say. Maybe it looks a little funny, but people usually put it higher. This is the halacha. Now, im ta'a v'kaba mezuzah b'beracha lemata mishlish elyon. Let's say you go home now, and in the kids' room or something, you put the mezuzah really low, or in the front door. You didn't know this halacha. You put it low because you want to reach it when you're kissing. You want to kiss the mezuzah, and now you learn the halacha and you have to move it. Do you make a beracha when you move it? No, that you asked me the opposite. If you put it too high, says the Chacham Ovadia, what you did is zero before. You have to make a beracha. You literally didn't have a mezuzah. So the Chacham Ovadia says it was zero. Even though we're so strict on berachot, he says, "Ve'atahu ba le'asira u'lekoba'a betchilat shalish hayon." You want to make it halachically. It was too low, and you want to make it higher. Seich lebarech v'kboa mezuzah. V'huadin, and all these things. If you didn't put the mezuzah correctly, it's not like you had a mezuzah. One more halacha. The first beracha was beracha she'en tzricha, beracha batalah. You didn't do it. You didn't put it the right way. Now, one more halacha. I think a lot of us know this, but it's worth repeating. The Ashkenazim, they put their mezuzah on a slant, on a diagonal. That's not the Sephardi halacha. The Sephardi halacha is to push straight. It's not the right halacha for Sephardim. The Ashkenazim do it because the Gemara has a mahloket. Is it like this or is it like this? There is no shita in the Gemara that holds it diagonal. Yeah, they made a compromise. The Ashkenazim said, we don't know if it's like this or like this, so we'll go like this. You know what you're doing? Like nobody. You're doing like nobody. The Ashkenazim, it's pretty, it's a beautiful word that they say, we make shalom between the two pieces, but the Sfaradim hold, what are you doing? The halakha is either like this or like this, laying down like this or standing up like this. Doing the middle slanted is neither of the opinions. And so therefore, it's really important that we hang our mezuzot straight up like this. Faradim, the mezuzah should be straight. The diagonal is nice for the Ashkenazim, but it's not halakha. So Chacham says, "Mezuzah tzarich lekavua ota keshehi zekufa." It should be straight up. Leorech mezuzat hapetach u'chderech she'anu manihim et sefer Torah. We don't kodesh. We don't put also Ashkenazim. They lean their sefer Torah diagonal. We don't do the lean. We do straight. The sefer Torah is straight. The mezuzah is straight. If you put it like this, flat down, it's pasul, because that opinion is not the halakha in the Gemara. The Ahenu Ashkenazim, our Ashkenaz brothers, how do you pronounce it? Alachzon? Alachzon, I never can say that. Alachzon. They put it at a diagonal. To try to make everybody happy, but it's not working. Even for an Ashkenaz person, if it's a very thin doorway, and they can't put it diagonal, they should also put it straight. That's the halakha. It should be straight anyway. And so 2 halachot we learned today. Number 1, the mezuzah, when you get home, measure, divide the top to bottom by 3. Take the first third, and the mezuzah should be sitting on the bottom part of the first third. That's the best way. Doesn't matter if it looks funny and people make comments, and who cares? And the second halakha is it should be straight, not diagonal. All right? Baruch Adonai Amen. Kaddish al Yisrael. Rabbi Hanana ben Kasha Omer, Asach et Israel, lefichach et Balek,